Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Houston Astros beat the New York Mets 2-1 and get the series win against the Mets, as the Astros will have Sunday off. It's gonna be so weird saying the Astros. I think at any point in the season, a Sunday off is weird, but a Sunday off opening weekend is three times crazier than a regular Sunday in the season. I've never seen the Astros have a Sunday off opening weekend since I've been watching the Astros. But yeah, so great win for the Astros today, 2-1. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I love Jose Altuve. He had offensively had a great day today and 2 for 4. And outside of the one mistake at the beginning of the game, wasn't terrible in left field today. But if it wasn't for the beginning of the game, the play he made, not being able to catch the ball in left field off of Juan Soto, the Astros would have had a combined no-hitter today. What's even crazier about that is the Astros would have had a combined no-hitter with giving up a run as well, because Jose Siri got on base with a walk and stole second base, and then was able to get to third base off a fly out, and then there was one out left. Juan Soto hit a ground out, and the Mets scored a run off of that. Now, in the first inning, Spencer Arrighetti was going up against Juan Soto, and Juan Soto hit a ball to left field. It was a nice hit by Juan Soto, but it was a double for Soto, mainly because of the fact that, he was the guy that was in left field. It was Jose Altuve. You look at all the other guys that are going to play left field for the Astros this season. Mauricio Dubon, who played a little bit at left field tonight after the Astros made defensive changes, whether it was Yordan Alvarez in left field, whether it was Zach DeZenzo, or whether it was Chas McCormick. Most of the guys that play left field for the Houston Astros are going to make the catch that Jose Altuve didn't make. It's going to happen. These kind of mistakes for Jose are going to happen. It just sucks that that the Astros would have had a no-hitter tonight if that didn't happen, because that's the only hit the Mets had tonight. So this was an amazing pitching series for this Astros team. Offensively, both these teams were trash, honestly. Only 11 runs scored between both teams in this series. There was both the first two games were 3-1. First one was in the Astros' favor. The second one was in the Mets' favor. Then today, 2-1 in the Astros' favor. Not a lot of runs scored. Also, not a lot of hits either. So this is offensively, if you like offense, this was not your series at all. And there was lockdown pitching from Spencer Arrighetti, Hunter Brown, and Framber Valdez in this series. Framber went 7 innings, only giving up 4 hits and no earned runs. Hunter yesterday went 6 innings with 7 Ks and 2 earned runs. And then Spencer Arrighetti today looked great. 6 innings, only giving up 1 hit, which was, not even his fault. And then 5 strikeouts, only giving up 1 earned run, 2 walks. Amazing pitching for the Houston Astros in this series, even in their bullpen as well. So I'm so proud of this Astros pitching staff so far. The pitching group throughout the first 3 games. Offensively, that's where I have more worries. But if the Astros this is what it's gonna be like pitching wise this year. I'm not gonna say they're fine if their offense is like this, but I think Astros pitching wise have improved this year. But so yeah, 2-1's the final score, 5-1 in the hit column as well. No errors. Win goes to Spencer, his first win of the season. Pitched 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Loss goes to Griffin Canning. He has never beat the Astros in his career, and this was his 9th or 10th start going up against the Astros, and faced them a lot because he's been with the Angels. And he went 5-2. He actually looked good. This is a performance for Griffin Canning where his offense did not back him up, since quite literally they only had 1 hit in the ball game. So I think in the past, Griffin Canning has just completely been terrible against the Astros. But today, I actually thought he did a solid job. In almost 6 innings of work, only gave up 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. This loss is not on him. This is on the Mets offense. Save goes to Josh Hader, his 2nd of the season. This was a much more calm outing for Josh Hader. Today, 14 pitches in the 9th inning. The other day, in the Astros' first win of this series, we saw the Astros have Josh Hader pitch 35 pitches in the 9th inning, so a lot more calmer. And he did give up a walk, but that was it. It was a walk to Soto, though. That's the 3rd time in the last year the Astros you've seen Josh Hader and Juan Soto match up in a very meaningful at bat in the ninth inning. So, yeah, Josh Hader gets his second save of the season, and both the Astros win so far this season. The Astros in the fifth inning hit a home run. Jeremy Peña to left field, 363 feet, made it 1-0. So the first Astros extra base hit of the season. The Astros were the last team in the MLB not to have an extra base hit before Jeremy Peña's home run, which also, another thing for this home run with JP, that is a home run in only 5 other ballparks. They said it would be a home run in Chicago if you're playing the White Sox, the Padres, the Phillies, and the Mariners, and I forgot the fifth team they said. But it was still a good way for Jeremy Peña to hit the first home run for the Houston Astros in 2025. Last year was Jake Myers to send the Astros first home run of the season. The year before, in 2023, it was Yordan Alvarez. And honestly, I don't remember who it was in 2022. In the sixth inning, Soto hit the ground out, like I mentioned. This was a weird play. I mean, it was a great play by former Astro Jose Siri. Spencer Arrighetti collects the ground ball, throws it to Christian Walker, and Arrighetti thought that Jose Siri was going to stay at third and not make a move, and Jose Siri so fast was able to get to home, and it really surprised Spencer Arrighetti, and I know him and Joe Espada had some words for each other after that. I think he was really upset with everything that happened there, but outside of that, one mistake that he made, it was a really good, perfect day for Spencer Arrighetti. And then the sixth inning, here's what won the Astros the ball game. Yordan Alvarez hitting one to center. He finally gets his first hit of the season, double to center. Pareja scores. It's 2-1 for the Astros. I mean, this was off of Griffin Canning. You knew Yordan was going to get going eventually, and I thought it was going to be perfect to see Yordan get going. Then who other than Griffin Canning going into this game? Yordan Alvarez was 7 for 13 going up against Canning, hitting a double and 2 home runs. I just thought there was no way Yordan wouldn't get going. I predicted it earlier that Yordan Alvarez would be the reason the Astros won this game, and I didn't think he'd be quite literally the reason why they won this game, because he gave the Astros the lead in the sixth inning. All right, let's go to individual batters. Really, I mean, yesterday we talked about how Jose Altuve was really the only guy that showed up. Yesterday, the Astros only had 3 hits. Jose had 2 of them. Today, that number did go up a little bit for the Astros at 5 hits. Jose only had 2 he had 2 of those. So Jose was 2 for 4 today. He had a couple singles. One was a beautiful first inning infield single, but that was quickly erased off of a double play. And then the sixth inning was a single to left. And so he had a couple fielder's choices as well. Raised base every time today with the fielder's choices. So yeah. But the last one hurt the Astros, though, because they had runners on base, and it did move McCormick to second, but Dumont was thrown out at home off Altuve's last fielder's choice. All right, Brendan Rodgers did replace him late in the game. Defensively, didn't have any at-bats, but did make a defensive play. Isaac Paredes didn't have any hits today, but scored a run because he's able to get on base with walks. I mean, most of his at-bats today, you're seeing full counts. He had a couple walks, especially since he had 2 walks. But, even his first at-bat, which was, he struck out looking, Altuve got caught stealing, full count. I can't remember his fielder's choice. He had a fielder's choice in the sixth inning. I don't remember how that at-bat got, but he sees a bunch of pitches. That's one of the reasons why I think the Astros love him so much, and he's a great addition to this team. Saw more pitches last year than anyone in baseball, and I like what the Astros have brought in so far. His walk really helped the Astros today when Yordan Alvarez was able to hit a double to was able to hit a double to center field to give the Astros the lead. And in the eighth inning, here's a key thing. I know the Astros didn't produce off of this, but in the eighth inning, Isak was able to get a walk to load the bases up, and this is key. I think later on in the season when Yordan Alvarez is getting more comfortable, I think Yordan's still trying to get more comfortable, and it's going to take him some time to get more comfortable as the season goes on. But you want to see Yordan Alvarez have at bats like he did at the end of this game, where he has a bases loaded at bat with 1 out. He couldn't capitalize in that situation, but Isak helped him in that situation to get Yordan the bases loaded with his walk. So that was a key walk in the eighth inning. And I think we're going to see maybe times where Isak batting before Jordan, makes some nice plays, whether it's, potentially a walk to potentially give the Astros multiple runners on base to help Jordan Alvarez like that. So, like he did today with the eighth inning walk. And maybe we'll see Jordan Alvarez be able to capitalize more in those situations. Speaking of Jordan, he was 1-for-4 today, a double to center for an RBI, which helped the Astros win this game. Outside of that, there was some struggles, flat out to left in the first. Fourth inning, struck out swinging. Eighth inning, fouled out to third. It's been a struggle to start the season, but I think he'll get comfortable. We saw him get it that first hit out of the way. I think if the Giants series having the day off tomorrow, that you'll see Jordan get more comfortable. Now a lot of Astros fans are freaking out on Christian Walker. Some bad swings today. Struck out twice, ground into double play, ground out to second. That was a base loaded, 2 outs as well. Not a good look for Christian Walker today at all. But guys, stop calling Jose Abreu 2.0. Coming back from an injury, new team. It's going to take a minute, just like it's taken a minute for a lot of guys on this team. It's taken Isaac Paredes isn't fully comfortable yet with this Astros team yet. Neither Jordan Alvarez has been in this team forever, and he's not comfortable yet. We saw Yanner Diaz struggle for the first 2 games, the point where they decided to give him a day off today. It's going to take some time, so stop freaking out. Jeremy Peña went 1-for-3 today, hit a home run for the Astros in the 5th inning. That was it for him. Victor Caratini went 0-for-3 today in his first game of the season. Grounded out twice and flied out to left. Zach DeZinzo went 0-for-3 in his first game of the season. Struck out twice, flied out to right. And then Jake Myers did replace him defensively. We saw Zach DeZinzo. So Chas started in center field today, and DeZinzo was in right. So we saw Jake Myers come in late in the game to play center field, and Chas moved to right. Mauricio Dubon's first game of the season, not terrible. Had a walk in the 8th inning, which started the Astros' good 8th inning that didn't score any runs, but did lead to the bases being loaded, which started with Dubon's walk. And then had a ground out and a line out 0-for-2 to start up the season as Dubon. Hey, Chas McCormick, not bad. Look, can we really complain about Chas McCormick with the way he looked today? 3rd inning walk. 6th inning, round out to 2nd. 8th inning, single to left, Dubon to 3rd. I no complaints about Chas McCormick with the way he hit today. Keep it up, Chas. So that was it for him. I talked about Spencer Arrighetti and Josh Hader. Brian King pitched the 7th inning. So far, he's pitched 1 1/3 of an inning so far this season. Yesterday, he only retired one batter, only faced one batter, got that out for the Astros, which I think was in I want to say that was in the 7th inning for the Astros. And today he came in, pitched the 7th inning, had 2 strikeouts, got the inning done in 13 pitches. Nice start to the season for Brian King so far. Brian Abreu looked good. Has a little bit of a walk problem so far. 2 innings pitched so far. He has 4 walks given up, but 2 strikeouts for Abreu and gets the inning done in 19 pitches. Josh Hader, I went over him, looked good, and the Astros get a win 2-1, and we'll see how they can do in their second series of the season. But this series, much better than the series against New York last year to open up the season. Different New York team. Yankees last year, Astros got swept in 4 games. This year, the Astros don't even play a 4-game series. It's a 3-game series where the Astros end up beating the Mets in a 2-1 series. When I predicted this, I didn't want to be cocky and say the Astros would get the sweep, so I predicted the Astros would take 2 of 3. It happened in a different order I expected to. I predicted the Astros to lose opening day, win yesterday, and win today. Instead, they won opening day, lost yesterday, and won today. Great win for the Astros, great series win. Positive way to start the season compared to, the last couple years. The last couple series for the Astros. Last year was being swept by the Yankees. The year before was tying in a series against the White Sox in 4 games. So, yeah, much more positive in this opening series for the Houston Astros. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.